Welcome back, everybody. Lightning ESL Word of the Day. Word of the Day. Wow. Look at all these words. Unbelievable, eh? Look at these words. What do you say? Keep going? You say keep going. All right. Over here, down there. And gathering people down here. What? 2, 3, 4. I lost track. Up there. Oh, wow. Okay, stop. What word is this? What is it? I don't know. Gap. Gap. What's a gap? A gap. Well, we know it's one syllable. How do we spell the word gap? G-A-P. A gap is an opening of something. There's a gap. The door is about to close, but there's a gap. You see? This is closed. In there is an opening. It's called a gap. Gap. G-A-P. You see? G-A-P. Simple, right? Not always. Gap comes many ways. You might say a gap of knowledge. All these people in the room have all this knowledge. That's great. That's great. But they have a certain gap or missing something about something. That is a gap of knowledge. There's a gap in the doorway, just explained. There's a gap of money to support yourself to buy a brand new car. A certain gap, a missing of something, is usually referred to as an opening of something. A gap of knowledge, of learning something. A gap of this, a gap of that. Or it might be an actual landform, crack in the roadway. There's a gap. Roadway started off nice, but there was an earthquake. What happens? This is the earth. It went crack, opened up. There's a gap. Now we have a gap. There's an opening. Yeah. Or you didn't dress properly. That's right, you didn't dress properly. Your pants are on, that's good, right? But you have an opening. You didn't zip up your fly for guys. Didn't button down this or that for girls. You have a certain gap or an opening of your clothing. That's called a gap. Between the hairs of my head is a gap. Between one eye to another eye, there's a gap. Right in the middle is a nose. See? Any kind of an opening of any kind is called a gap. G-A-P. Easy word, right? But remember, when you use the word properly, explain exactly what you mean. There's a gap of knowledge. There's a gap in time. There's a gap in this. For example, you're going for a job. You have a certain resume or CV letter. In 2025, you did this. In 2024, you did this. But then you have a huge gap or distance of time of the year 2010 to 2020. So for 10 years, what did you do? You have a gap of work ideas. What did you do for 10 years? You have a gap in time of your resume. You see what I mean? So the word gap is not always a landform, not always a gap of this or that. It could be many things of time also. You're talking about, explain yourself. What did you do for 10 years? From high school till today, that could be 20 years later. What did you do for 20 years? Yeah? Because when you apply for a job, your future employer, or maybe your future employer will say, Mr. Little, I see in your resume you did this, high school, university, and then there's a gap in time. Work history gap. You see what I mean? So gap usually refers to either a time of something, there's a missing, or not explained, or land, or a gap of a wall. It's moved. There's been a gap. Something has changed. There's been an earthquake, whatever. There's a gap or crack to fill in the gap. Can you please fill in this in? Fill in this? Can you patch it in somehow? It's a gap. G-A-P. All right? Till next time, thank you very much for listening. Bye-bye.